Hello friends, Cheryl here with Inked Pulp, and I'm back with another video. You know, they say that when battling an addiction, the first step is admitting that you have a problem. And I am here today to tell the world that I have an addiction problem. And I am addicted to rub-on transfers. Holy cow, I love these things. I love how they blend into the page. They're not stickers. I just love them. And so I wanted to come on and show you a brand that I have stumbled across that I really, really love, and show you this is a recent haul of packages of rub-on transfers. I probably don't need any more for a while, but I love these. So, welcome everybody. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you enjoy this video. If you're into rub-on transfers, or if you've never tried them before, oh my gosh, they're wonderful. And you can rub on paper, fabric, whatever. You can, the front of a book cover. You can put rub-on transfers on just about everything. So let me go through these. I will put a link for each one of these packages in the description. So if you want to get one of these, they're all from Amazon. And I like Wandic because they're fairly reasonably priced. Unlike some of the other, like if you go get Graphic 45 or Stamperia, they're a little more expensive. They're nice, don't get me wrong, and I have them. But this brand is also very nice, and they're a little on the lower price side. I was going to say cheaper, but they're not necessarily cheaper. They're in quality, they're just lower price. So let's get started. Now, they come in a few sizes. You can get small ones. They make these also, they go on furniture. So you can decorate, your furniture with them as well, like a dresser or a tabletop or something like that. So this first one has got, and they don't have names on them. I wish they had names. They just have little numbers on them. So I'll put the name and the link, like I said, in the description box. This is a really nice one. I love all these old vintage things. Love the truck. I just love it all. These are on the large side. I've got a bicycle, candelabra. The clock is a little bit smaller. So there are 3 sheets in this one, and they are, like I said, a little bit on the larger side. And I have figured out the trick to getting these things out without having the sticky stuff ruin your rub-ons. Now this one I've used a little bit of, but it is a fairly new purchase. So what I do is pull the rub-ons out just a little ways. Well, they're not, oh, that's not a rub-on. I pull them out, and then the sticky part doesn't stick to the actual rub-on. So this one is dragonflies and flowers. And again, this is a larger one. Got some great dragonflies. Look at those. Isn't that just gorgeous? That would be pretty on over a book page. And then that one, and then there is more in here. And these tools that are in here are to help you press down the rub-ons. So that's pretty. All right, so that's that one. It's dragonflies and flowers. And at the very end, we'll take one out and apply it so you can see if you've never seen them applied to a surface before. I'll show you how to do that. Oh, this is one of my favorites. I used one of these the other day. All right, this is the bluebirds. Aren't those gorgeous? And I think I've already put it away. I made a triple pocket thing and used this rub-on, which was like a partial flower spray. And when you put the rub-ons down, you don't have to put the whole thing down. Like I could cut out just this little section right here and just use that. So you don't have to use the entire rub-on. You can cut, look at those. Aren't those just gorgeous? So again, 3 sheets in that one. And then this is another really pretty blue one. This one is just flowers. I haven't used any of these yet. But these are gorgeous as well. The blue, we've got some text behind there. And they are not shiny. This is the, paper backing and whatnot. So they're not, they really blend into the page nicely. So there's that one. And there's that one. I love the fact that there's text. And again, I can cut off just a little piece of one if I need it. I don't have to put the whole thing down. So this is a skinnier one. Oh, I love this. I just got this one. I'll take all these tools out and put them somewhere other than in the bag. Because obviously I have a ton of them since there's a lot in here. I think there's 2 of each in this. Look at the owls and the mushrooms. Isn't that just gorgeous? Yeah, there's 2 of each in here. And look at those owls. Owls and flowers. Aw, look at those 2. So there's 8 sheets in here, I think. That's pretty too with the mushrooms. So we've got mushrooms and flowers and owls in this one. All right, this one I just got too. Amazon sent it just in this package. They put it in another bag, which was interesting. Look at this. We've got some great foliage, butterfly, flowers, more foliage. Oh, look at the wax seal. Isn't that pretty? Got a little bug, some mushrooms. This one's got a little bit of everything. This one also is 3 sheets. There's that one. I just like having a lot of variety to choose from when I'm, going to select the rub-on. Oh, this one is, I think, my favorite. One of my favorites. I shouldn't say favorite because I love them all. Look at all the little flowers. I don't know if it goes this way, because things are upside down in all different ways. So you could cut out just a little spray of flowers and rub down, or you could do like a whole little wildflower garden. I just love those. And these are all different. They may look the same, but they're not. They are different. Just really pretty. I love doing the little things. Sometimes when I'm making a journal, on the writing pages, I don't want them to be just blank. So in the lower right-hand corner, I'll go put some little flowers in there or a butterfly. And I love to do it with the rub-on. So that's the main reason I bought these, is that I can use them in my corners. So I'd be curious to know in the comments below, have any of you ever used the Wandic rub-ons? And do you have another brand that you especially like? Because I'm always looking for new and fun things outside of the regular. I mean, like I said, you can go to Stamperia and Graphic 45 and, you know, those places and get rub-on transfers. They are a little bit on the expensive side. Look at these mushrooms. Some of them are very realistic, and then some of them are a little more cartoonish, but gorgeous. I think this is a quail. And I like this one because I've got some birds in it too. I've been looking for a rub-on that's just all birds that I can use, and I haven't really been able to find it. Look at these. And again, you know, if you want to just cut out part of this, you certainly could do that, or just rub on part of it. Oh, look at the owl. Aren't those great? I love this one. And the flower, I love it all. Oh, that little guy melts my heart. So I like the fact that there's some bigger ones and some smaller ones, depending on what you need. Lots of owls on this one. And then we got some real little tiny, look at that little tiny bird down there. Some little tiny things on that one. So that's another, I think, one of my favorites. And then the last of the new packages I got is a lot of text. There's a lot of pages in this one. All right, this is some larger. Protecting birds is part of our job of protecting our own living environment. So this actually, you know, tells you something. So this is a whole little story, and you certainly can do parts of it or the whole thing. Then there's the most beautiful heirlooms. Here's a stamp or a postage cancellation mark. Here are some birds. This is one that I was looking for, and and a lot of little twigs. So if you have other birds, stamps or whatever that you want to put in, or you just want to add some extra twigs into your layout, you've got a bunch of branches and twigs. More script, beautiful. Place your text here. So a bunch more text, and look at the butterflies. Aren't those gorgeous? They're larger, on the larger side, but and then there's black and white birds and butterflies over the text. So those are my Wandic rub-ons. And let's look at one and actually put it down. Let's do one of these little mushrooms. Let's do a mushroom, and I've got this little piece of paper here that, I don't know, could be used to make a cluster or whatever. Let's find a little rub-on to put on here. I think I like this one here. So the way we do rub-ons have a backing sheet, which you want to leave on, because if you let this, well, come on. If you let this touch anything, it's going to pull the ink off. So you want to leave that backing sheet on until you're ready to use. And I just go in here, and you don't have to cut straight. It really doesn't matter, because the images are going to come. It's not going to leave that white border around there like stickers do. It's just going to transfer the ink, which is another reason I love rub-on transfers, is they don't. So you just cut out the piece that you want, pull the backing off, And you have this little sheet here. We're just going to lay it down there in the middle. And once you get it in the middle, you can take one of these tools, like the little popsicle stick. Sometimes I just use my bone folder, but they certainly give you a lot of these tools in here. And you just rub over it pretty hard so that it transfers that ink onto the paper. Now, I will leave a little bit that didn't transfer. So this all transferred really well. If you look down here when I start pulling it up, oh, it went ahead and transferred. But if you start pulling it up and you notice there's still ink on the transfer sheet, just lay it back down. Don't pull the whole thing up and go back over it with your, your tool. And there you go. There's no white around it. It goes on really easy, and you can't tell that that isn't part of the paper. Okay, should we do one more? Let's do one more so you guys can see. How about we take some book page and let's get a different, let's just do the mushrooms again. I was going to get a different package, but might as well just do these mushrooms. Let's see. It's actually a good size for that book page. And then I can make like a journaling card out of this or a tag. But you just want to cut around it till you cut it out. Maybe that's going to be a pocket. I don't know. Ooh, I actually like it going this way better. I like it that way better. Okay, there's the backing sheet. And you can see, because this is see-through, you can see where you're putting it down. And what it's going to look like if it's straight. All right. Now, on these bigger ones, it's not uncommon to miss a spot because you're trying to rub the whole thing down. But don't worry about that. Like I said, if you start pulling it up and you notice that some of the ink is still on the transfer sheet, then just lay it back down. Let's see if I missed anything on this one. Okay, here we go. Looking pretty good. That's the other thing I like about the Wandic is that they come off real easy. Oh my gosh, look at that. If we cut that down and made that into a journaling card, isn't that just gorgeous? We could put a little butterfly up here. I would want to back this with something, but let's take a look at what it would look like. There we go. And then, of course, like I said, we would back it with something so that it was sturdier. You know, put some cardstock or something behind it. But isn't that just awesome? So there's one, and where's that other one I did? There are a couple of little pieces and how easy it is to use these. So I hope you can see where I get my obsession. I just love these rub-on stickers. I try to use them in all my projects now. So anyway, I just wanted to come on and admit to my problem, although I don't know that I need to take any steps to recover from this addiction. I think I just need to go find more rub-ons to purchase because I've got tons of them and there's always more that you can get. So there are the two pieces, and that is my story about rub-on transfers. So thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I would love a comment. Have any of you tried the Wandic rub-on transfers? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Or do you have another brand other than the mainstream brands? Do you have another brand that you like that I should look at? Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.